Hi. My name is Eric Wellman. I'm Simsbury's first selectman. It is my pleasure to welcome you here today to the 2018 Hometown Hero Ceremony. And boy, do we have I guess this is a good problem to have. So note to self, next year. What we're going to do is, I know there are a lot of soccer players in the hallway, so we're going to present Jerry's Award last so that we can make sure that we can get the soccer players in here to witness this. The Hometown Hero program was initiated in 1986 by Governor William O'Neill as part of the 350th anniversary of the founding of Connecticut. Simsbury has continued this tradition every year, recognizing our hometown heroes at a ceremony each May. I'm joined by the Board of Selectmen, Deputy First Selectman Chris Kelly, Sean Askham, Mike Payne, Cheryl Cook, and Chris Peterson. I'd also like to recognize and thank the members of the Hometown Hero Selection Committee, Mike Payne, Tom Horan, TJ Donahue, Elaine Lang, and Len Lanza. Also, a big thank you to Joanne Martin and Tom Fitzgerald for their work in pulling this together and organizing the whole awards process. Since my wife and I moved to Simsbury, we've been amazed time and time again at the level of civic engagement and participation in this community. If you just think about within a quarter mile of where we're standing, there are countless reminders of what can be accomplished when people take an idea and then do something about it. Thinking just a few examples, the War Memorial, the Flower Bridge, the Dog Park, the Performing Arts Center, the lifelike statues, which are hard to miss this summer. This list is by no means exhaustive, but it's a small sample of what this community has accomplished, starting with an idea and then turning it into action. Christopher Reeve said that what makes Superman a hero is not that he has power, but that he has the wisdom and the maturity to use that power wisely. And I'm reminded on days like today and this Memorial Day week that democracy requires civic participation. This grand experiment only works when people step off the sidelines, give their time and talents to make this community a better place to live. And let's face it, for most of us, time is our most precious resource. I believe that Simsbury's superpower is civic engagement, and it's one of the key ingredients that makes our community great. And it's my honor to stand here today and recognize our 2018 Hometown Heroes for your contributions to our wonderful community. So what we're going to do is that each member of the Board of Selectmen will present one of the awards. And at the very end, we'll have some refreshments outside, and there'll be plenty of time if you want to do pictures with your family or with the Board of Selectmen. We'll do that all at the end. So with no further ado, let's begin with Jim and Mary Ann Flynn. I think Mike is going to do that one.
I'm just going to do it from here. Jim and Mary Ann Flynn may not be native to Simsbury, but their choice to move to town over 25 years ago gave us a very valuable addition to our community. Among other things, Jim has been on the Simsbury Free Library Board of Trustees member and chairman for over 20 years, and I've had the pleasure of working with Jim for a few years, and he's a character in a good way. Let's move along. Oh, I'm talking. He was an adult leader in the mock trial team at the Simsbury High School and a youth soccer coach. Mary Ann has been an active board member of the Friends of the Simsbury Public Library for over 10 years and a volunteer for the Visiting Nurse Association, a community artist, and an active school parent. I thank you guys very much for everything you've done to make Simsbury such a special town. Thank you, guys.
Next, I will introduce Susan Bratchwitz. Susan is a dedicated volunteer to the Simsbury community. She assists the library book sale every year through collecting and sorting books, but her interest in Simsbury does not stop there. Her interest in the environment has forged a working relationship with Farmington River Watershed and other environmental organizations like it. Where is Susan? Great. Hi, Susan.
And keeping a low profile.
A heartfelt congratulations. Okay, and who has Kathleen Fallon?
I do.
Oh, okay, great.
So it's my pleasure tonight to be able to honor Kathy Fallon, and I see Dennis is here. Dennis, any other family members here with you, or?
Son-in-law and daughter.
All right. Really the core contribution to the town that was the catalyst was the fact that Kathy was a volunteer with an EMT for 15 years with the Simsbury Volunteer Ambulance Association in Simsbury. And you all know the incredible time and commitment that takes. She also, post that experience, spent a considerable amount of time knitting caps for premature and neonatal children in the local hospitals. I did have an opportunity to know Kathy. Those of you who know her know that she was a person of quiet confidence and fairly steady at the helm, but also a person who always had a smile whenever I talked to her and interacted with her. So it's really my pleasure tonight to recognize Kathleen Fallon as a hometown hero.
Okay, and Sean, please.
I'll come over there.
All right.
John, which one do you want? I wanted to get John roses, but we made sure that we got the same flowers for everybody. All right, so one of tonight's honorees, John J. O'Neill Jr., been active in this community for over 40 years, and we all owe John a lot. John's supported many organizations. He was an initial member of the Simsbury Wetlands Commission back in the 70s. Also served for a significant amount of time on the Board of Education from 76 to 2001. So John, we really appreciate your contribution to our outstanding education system that we have in this town. Additionally, you helped ensure countless students received a great education. You then moved on, I believe, to being our last town moderator, which served us well, and then also on the Charter Revision Commission, all while you always shown your generosity and desire to assist Simsbury in any way you can. So for that, John, we really appreciate it. Congratulate you on 2018 Hometown Hero.
Okay, I'm coming down here. Be closer to sharp. Okay. I'm going to try to get through this without getting a little too emotional, but who knows? Jim Ray was a friend, and I am so pleased to be able to present him posthumously with this Hometown Hero Award in 2018. James Ray was an active community member. His support for the Simsbury Land Trust was felt by all of us. Jim built trails and then named them to reflect the history of where they were. He maintained them every day he went out to allow all to use them safely. He even built nesting boxes for native birds on the trails. Jim's 9 years on the Clean Energy Task Force had meaningful impact on the community. We now have solar panels on the roof of our high school, and he led this community in the Solarized Simsbury movement, all of which we are deeply in debt. His assistance on the task force enabled us to receive grants and help transform the Simsbury community. Jim also stepped up to participate on the Charter Review Commission, lending his voice and expertise to guiding the changes which led to the adoption of a new form of government for our town. Jim was a lifelong Boy Scout and participated in every level of scouting, from our local troops to national conferences. Jim and his wife Charlotte have welcomed countless new residents to Simsbury, including me and my husband Brad, through Simsbury newcomers. He was a friend, a coworker, and dedicated to serving the community. I miss him. I am honored to have the opportunity to show the town's gratitude for his service.
So our final honoree tonight received about 24 separate submissions, so I should have known that there were going to be a crowd here. So what I wanted to do is invite the young ladies in the hall into the room and invite anybody here who wants to get an early start on the refreshments to finally move in that direction. Not everybody needs to, but
You can jump up here
a
with
little
us.
bit of space.
Old people.
You guys stick around so we can get a picture. Yeah, don't go. We just got to bring some soccer players in. Yeah.
It's painful to do that, isn't it?
It is.
It really is.
Give Jim this for it, tied up. Oh, my God. Yeah. I was more afraid if we didn't do it, what would happen?
Burn the town. I went to Antonio's last night. This was the dinner special. The appetizer special.
Oh, that's really
I saw him
funny.
on the way in. I showed it to him.
That's great. That's so super.
I think of curds. Lightly bearded and fried to gooey perfection.
I love that. That's great.
Okay, is everyone in
You know you're
here who
doing
wants to be?
You're a good dude.
Okay. Feel free. Go ahead.
I got it.
Come on in. Where's Jerry? There you
There he
are.
is.
All right. So it's my pleasure to introduce our last honoree, Gerald Garlick. Jerry Garlick has been a youth soccer coach in Simsbury for over 25 years. While teaching soccer to young girls, he also teaches confidence, builds self-esteem and pride for the player's hometown. Always there to help players, he makes a point to emphasize his care for each player by continuing to support them in everything they do, even when it is not soccer season. Jerry's been described as a role model by numerous players and parents. Congratulations, Jerry. So in conclusion, congratulations again to all of our hometown heroes. You know, in a town that has such a deep commitment to public service, these individuals really stand out for their extraordinary contributions. Please, one more round of applause for all of our hometown heroes. Thanks everyone for coming, and please enjoy the refreshments.
Do you guys want a picture with him? We could, Jerry, why don't you come up here and the girls get a picture with you, and then we'll.
Use the table.
Yeah.
Congratulations.
Sure. Congrats. Well earned.
Hey, congratulations.
Yep. Good job.
Really, very cool. Very meaningful to people. Paparazzi.
Absolutely, best player there.
This is going to be the best picture on the
Say, coach. Say, just give me a flower. Say, What's the paper? Abby, your stuff Words. Can you do this hand carry anything? I'm not sure why I want to give up. The kids, give them up.
They're not yellow, they're white,